After designing, fabricating, and piecing together my mini bike, it's awesome to finally be able to ride it. But before I get too far ahead of myself, let's see how I started building it and how you could too. Welcome back to the shop. This is Brandt Build Stuff, and this is part 1 of building my full suspension mini bike. So to start the frame, I'm going to build a jig on this table out of wood, and hopefully that will make it so that assembling the frame will be a lot easier. Don't worry, when you smash subscribe, it won't be this messy. I want this mini bike to be good on trails through the bush and a variety of terrain. I also want it to be fairly light and nimble, but we'll see how that one goes. The majority of my frame will be made from this 1-inch round tube. This tube has a 64 thousandths inch wall thickness, which is pretty thin compared to other frames, but I'll reinforce it so that it's both strong and hopefully still light. After a little while, I was able to locate my top tube and bring it back to the shop. Found it. This is the steer tube I'm going to be using. I made this quite a while ago. It's just out of a piece of pipe that I cut and bent the ends of it so that it fits bearings each side. Right now, these two down tubes are a little bit wide to actually fit on it, so I'm going to have to cut the sides of both of these so that they fit together this way. For my top tube, I'm using 1 3/8 inch outside diameter pipe with about an 1/8 inch wall thickness. I don't have a tube bender, so for the bends, I'll be cutting wedges into the pipe, just leaving enough material to be able to bend the pipe, not actually cut it into pieces. With all of my pieces prepped, I can put them in my jig and tack together. To make sure that my steer tube meets the rest of the frame without big gaps, I had to recut my top and down tube notches further down. After bringing the frame inside, I noticed that my head tube angle is actually way off from what my original designs had. I wanted my forks to be at an angle of about 70 degrees, which is right here, but they are actually at 64 degrees right now, so I'm going to have to change that. With a lot of fiddling around, I finally got the steer tube lined up just right. Even though this is exactly what I had designed, it looks a lot different in real life. It will be much longer and lower to the ground than I was expecting. The only way to fix this though is to cut it apart and start again, which is what I'll be working on in the next video. Thanks for watching, see you next time.